More programming. Okay.
Got to go. I don't think
So they ain't gotta get no job.
Right. Keep them
I've
active.
been trying to look for programs online, and then I found out one, but it's about four. That's what it is.
Right. Okay. So more programs and more activities for children. Yes. Miss Jackie?
Parents is about being involved in the school. I don't see a lot of parents volunteering.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta be more active.
Yeah. PTA meetings, showing up for your children's schools, showing up for their concerts and their school meetings and their board meetings and things like that. Definitely. Anything else?
My kids are going to be going into middle school, and I wish that they would not let them go into middle school so soon. I wish they would keep them to any and then bring them into seventh grade. I think the kids are pushing too much.
Right.
I don't think they have enough activity. I think they're on Zoom too much, and like in school, I think we should have a choice of where our kids should go to school.
Right. Have more choices on where our kids should go, what they're doing.
Competent teachers.
Say it one more time.
Competent teachers
Competent teachers.
who understand our children,
Yes.
who are not just working in the schools that are in our neighborhood, but are just as eager as they are to get their degree to learn about our children and our neighborhoods if they want to be teaching in our schools.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Say it one more time.
I know that's my mom.
When you have school tax, and you have children in school, they go to school, why do you have to?
That's true. School tax.
Because this is America.
Well, that was all of our questions. If no one has anything else to add, you got 5 seconds to raise your hand.
Can we get that door?
Are good, but a lot of us,
We can get the door.
learn a little bit about financial, financial, like, we need to realize what our budget is. Like, a lot of us, like you said, affordable housing and this and that. That goes to education. If you don't have a good education, you're not gonna be able to afford a house or somewhere decent to live or in a better neighborhood. Not saying that we can't change, but we have to be the change. Like he said, nobody is coming to help us. We have to learn once again how to help each other. I watch a lot of documentaries, and I know TV shows from way back when, where like for me, Sounder always was a good movie to me, or where they, built the school. Everybody chipped in their pennies and built the school. My family, my aunt and uncle had a farm down in South Carolina, so we came down and, my grandmother and them, they got fresh meat, even though like a lot of us stopped eating pork a long time ago, but my aunt and uncle, they grew their own vegetable as well, like field peas, a lot of stuff like that. So when the family from New York came down, we was able to get a lot of that stuff, and it helped us. It really did. We got to get back to helping one another, not just with the families, but with our neighbors. Because when our neighbors suffer, their kids suffer, their kids tend to get up and they don't want to live like that. They want to help their mother, so they might get out there and sell drugs. And they see that fast money coming in, and it's like, all right, I'll keep doing this. getting locked up. I tell you again, most of us, I know I don't, do not make $100,000. It costs a year almost $100,000 for them to keep a person incarcerated. So we need to think about that. That's where a lot of our tax dollars are going to. So we, again, education, learning our budget, buy what you need, not what you really, really want. And save some of your money. Like, I try to tell, people like, two family members pulling together, buy a house, and the mortgage is $2,000. Whoever got the house, get a family member. Let them help you. Then let them move, save. You gotta help everybody save money to the next person. You help the next person, but it's like being crabs in a barrel. If somebody climbing out, somebody gonna snatch hold of them and hold them down with them. We gotta stop being like that. We gotta learn to listen to one another about what our children is doing or what we are doing. You know what I mean? Like, if we got old clothes, because kids are bullied these days, and a lot of people can't afford that, don't throw your clothes away. If they need it, have a garage sale, a yard sale, whatever, reasonable, you know what I mean? So people will buy them, or if you just throw them away, give it to somebody that's in need. We have to pull together. Not just, my neighborhood is not the best neighborhood, but I wouldn't move because we try to look out for one another. Most of the time, your package not getting stolen. If it's stolen, it's from an outsider. Even the police told one lady her house, it was an inside job, got robbed. And he told her, that don't really happen here, not this block, because our family's been there over 40 years. So we have to start looking out for each other and stop turning a blind eye to somebody doing something wrong. You can't do that. It's not going to get better. It's not snitching. It's depreciating the value of your home if you're a homeowner. You know what I mean? It's stopping people that want to put into that neighborhood because they feel like, why? When they're not going to do nothing but destroy it. So many stores are being closed because they've been robbed that we need in this neighborhood that's not here anymore. We don't really have a lot of drug stores anymore. Most of the thing we have is a corner store and a liquor store nearby. You know what I mean? So again, we have to learn to budget our money. We have to be the change. We have to be the lookout of our community. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Jackie. Well, I think I might die. I think so. But, the tweet interview was
welcome to our Voices of Avillage Community Fish Fry. It's so wonderful to see your faces again and a lot of new faces. I hope that the conversation has been fruitful. I hope that we can continue the conversation so that we can, as a village, continue to advocate for the real needs of the community. So it really takes all of us. And a village is here to make sure we create that platform for you. So we're here to serve you. We're here to help be your voice around the table where you guys are not. And so if you guys don't know, I'm Executive Director of Avillage. I'm very grateful for this opportunity. And if not, any time is more important for us to bring people together is now. And building make sure you're talking to each other, you know, y'all sharing ideas, exchanging numbers, and, you know, my hopes are for us to really gather the true information so when we do go to, you know, our legislators, in our assembly, in our city, in our county, we're letting them know that this is what the community wants, right? So tell a friend, or if they can't come, talk to them. Have these conversations around your dining room table. Have these conversations at the cookout. Have these conversations at the bus stop. You know, what do you need? How can we help as a people? Because it is great that the solution resides within us. And it's not always going to come from the top down, the top. Because as we know, oppression is real and the systems are working just fine. So I just wanted to come on and like to introduce myself. We're trying something different so that we can continue the conversation and serving you because we love you so much. So if you need anything, just raise your hand, let us know. Plenty of food to go around. If you would like seconds, you can have seconds. As long as everybody eats, if you need to bring food to somebody who couldn't make it and needs to eat tonight, we're happy to accommodate as well. Okay? And so without further ado, I really want to introduce my wonderful partners here from the Clean Energy Hub, which is a compilation of organizations, including Avillage, that is committed to energy efficiency, environmental justice, social justice, and so much more. Sue Cotner, I should have brought your report here. But Sue Cotner, who oversees the Albany Community Land Trust and Affordable Housing Partnership. Am I saying it right? I don't know all this stuff. She has her team here who are going to introduce themselves. So pay good attention because we say there's no resources, no programs, but there are. It's the access of, right? So we need to make sure that we open access to what exists, but we also create more initiatives based on the needs instead of duplicating services. So everybody, without further ado, Clean Energy Hub, and I'm trying to look like all right, and this is clearly from Brad.
Hi everybody, I'm sorry that the mic's not working, but I'll speak as loud as I can. I'm Lillian, we're with the California Clean Energy Hub, so like you said, that we're a coalition of 6 nonprofit organizations. I'm with the Radix Ecological Sustainability Center, and my colleagues will introduce what organizations they're with as well. We're located right here in the South End, right at 103 Grand Street, so if you have any questions about Radix, please feel free to hit me up. But my position pertains specifically to workforce development. I help people get jobs in the clean energy field. I also get them involved in training opportunities as well as apprenticeship opportunities. And I also connect with students for internship opportunities, fellowship opportunities. So all the pipelines to get a good job in clean energy career, hit me up. I'm right here. I have a pamphlet here for those who are interested in taking on to learn more about the programs that the state is offering. It's all state-funded programs. So most of them take credit to learn and pay to be involved in these kinds of programs.
Thank you. So they pay you to actually be involved in these types of programs. So if you know anybody, if you know students, high schoolers that don't know what path they want to take after high school, if you know college students who are interested in sustainability, if you know anybody that has a general interest in sustainability and clean energy, just let us know. And I'm right here. And again, this pamphlet right here that we'll be handing out right here on this table will go over all these programs that I just mentioned. And feel free, again, to hit me up and let me know if you have any questions regarding workforce development. But regardless of workforce development and Clean Energy Hub, we also have residential services as well. And I'm going to hand it over to my colleague Alex Flowers, who can talk a little bit more onto that.
Excellent. Yeah, thanks for letting us join. My name is Alex Flowers. I help with if you're dealing with high bills or you have issues with heat escape in your house. We have some different programs and connections that can help with that. We'd love to talk with you. So mostly if you want to talk with us, please do. We have little kits that have some goodies in them. And we'd love to talk. So swing by if you can. Thanks.
All right, so the Clean Energy Hub will be back. They just giving a little snippet. They're here to be a part of the conversation, right? And who was here the last one? I know I came in and out, but we talked about the solutions, right? And these are good solutions. But I really want to strategize with the community to understand what attainable solutions are versus just like our big wish list, right? Like the perfect world scenario. Now let's talk about what's realistic. Let's continue to keep the noise down. I know once you eat and it's feeling all good and getting all happy and toes tingling. So, we're going to practice the raise hands. And I'm going to talk about some things that came up about programming, especially in the schools. So, realistically, there are programming. Is it enough for the amount of kids we have? No. There are programs that are available in our community that do basketball, that do art programs, that do computer, that do financial literacy, that do boxing, that does, oh gosh, you name it. There's an organization called We Are Revolutionary that works with youth to be community advocates for their own community. So, I want to talk a little bit about, from your perspective as a community, why do you feel like there are no resources? So I'll start off to give you an example, right? When I started out my journey, I didn't feel like there were any resources because I couldn't connect to them. So they didn't exist to me. So by raising your hand, how many people feel that same way? Right? So, if you know somebody that's domestic violence, or anybody have two batteries, we're gonna work hard. Domestic violence, right? How many people have heard somebody that has been affected by domestic violence? Raise your hands high, right? How many of those people were able to just connect to resources to help them out the gate? There's a lot of people that experience trauma and different things. Let's keep the noise at a minimum. One mic, the mic is broke, so my voice ain't doing so good. So, when we look at solutions, we need to figure out how we're going to make sure, number one, we let people know about the resources that exist, and number two, how do we talk to the resources that exist to help them understand there's a boundary. People aren't connected one way or another. And so, by showing it, like, raise your hand, and I'm going to call on you, but tell me some experiences, because I don't want to be the one speaking. Like, tell me some experiences of how you could not connect to a resource. So it's that lack of knowledge of what exists, and then it's that follow through, right? It's that navigation through the process of attaining the resources that you need. So in our community, people have transportation boundaries, people have, I want to say, it's not even about education, but sometimes it's comprehension, learning how to navigate, right? Some people
need, and so how we gonna do that? Over here, you got some loud, I got food, love y'all, but, right? So, again, I'm having some common comments. Advocacy, navigation, community empowerment. Those are three things that keep on coming up in our conversation. What does that look like? Working with your neighborhood organizations, like Avillage, Bridge the Gap, Parents and Able Children, Supreme Sports, Underground Railroad, Albany Housing, Albany Affordable Housing Partnership, Radix, Clean Energy Hub, right? These are smaller organizations that fight for our life, that help our community. So please don't get it twisted like we just skipping around. Like, yeah, we got it. No. Right. So bringing that information so that we can advocate, right? Because how many people personally know our Senator Pat Davis? Like personally. Raise your hand. Pat Davis. Yeah, well when I'm saying I know her, I got her phone number. I can text her at 10 o'clock at night. But if I don't know what my community is really dealing with, I can't be like, listen, Pat, these are real things that are happening with real people, your constituents. It needs to be addressed, right? And in order for that to happen, we have to have platforms like this, so we can connect data like this to advocate and be like, boom. So what the community can't show up. They fighting for our lives, but we brought them together and we got this information. Now what you gonna do? Right? So this is why we do this. Like we here for a reason, not just to eat good old food.
It's good.
Not to see your beautiful faces, which I love to see. We're here to do two things. Amplify our voices of our community so that we can make sure we advocate for positive change. And to build positive relationships in our community so we can build positive change. Because we need each other. Right? All right. So, my takeaway from my little spiel, because, I'm not going to talk to y'all about it forever. We're going to come back around the table, is that we need to do better with coming together, which we have. This is beautiful. We've hanging out St. John's Church of God in Christ. Bishop, look at this. You see this, Bishop? We've hanging the house, right? Look at it. Look. I said, we can go positive change. We've hanging the house with the people. That's a step for the change.
People make the difference.
That's right.
You don't come out, don't work, hey, you have no trouble, you have to give up something. You'll be there. That's the Lord calling. People taking over what belongs to them.
And that's the word. For the people, by the people, right? And at the end of the day, that's what it's about. And we're holding accountable not only others, but also ourselves.
I don't want to care. I'm sorry. I don't care. You want to start to go to the table next?
Yeah, our voices have to be heard, and that's important, and this is why we create these platforms, and we're building these relationships, right, and creating this content, and creating community, because that's what matters, and they count on us to be divided so they can conquer, and that's just the bottom line, right, and we can complain about the little things, which are big things, but if we don't come together and connect those dots, and understand that all of these things are by design,
Did they got any more? Alright. Ask him. Ask for what you want.
One mic, one voice, the mic is broke. Father, if we have to figure out how we're going to increase this, right? We need to do a bigger fish fry, right? You know, we need to do a fish fry potluck, where the whole Albany, for the whole Albany. Right. So there are platforms in this because again, there's a lot of organizations that need defense. We need to show up. Yes, we go get the free. Now listen, I'm a community member. I grew up in the hood, right? I was trained how to take advantage of all the giveaways, all the events, get what you need, and get it going, right? Instead of that being our mindset, we're coming to the table and we're showing up, not only to enjoy and celebrate, but making sure we're supported, right? We're letting them know, like, all we have in partnership is making a difference in our community and giving access to home ownership. These are facts, right? We have testimonials, right? But, so any other resources that we not know about the Southern Children's Campaign? Southern Children's Campaign, y'all know about that? It's in the South End. You know, after school program, Miss Clara here, one of the founders of Avillage, right, is down here cooking and feeding us and our children and our families. But they also have some resource days. What is it? Friday? Tuesdays. I think it's either Fridays or Tuesdays. They have a new community, Tanya. From Giffen School. They're starting to do more outreach, right? So those are more resources. Who else is in the building? We have parents of elder children. Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm gonna come to you next. But I have Underground Railroad and Cherry Hill,
Yes. Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for being here and listening to me. I am Carol Durant. I am the Marketing and Community Engagement Associate for both historic Cherry Hill. Have you guys been to the historic Cherry Hill? Show of hands. Who has been to a historic Cherry Hill? Okay, we as a South End people need to change the hands. Cherry Hill has tours Friday and Saturday, 12, 1, 2, and 3 o'clock. Most everybody who is in the zip code or out of the zip code have a reduced or free to go to Cherry Hill and take a tour. William James Knapp, who was a black resident inhabitant who made sure that Cherry Hill ran the way that it did, is featured as a black resident inhabitant with gifts and talents. There will be a performance of his talents on June 12th. I'm sitting right here in the middle of table 3. Please come over, take a picture, take information so you can come to Cherry Hill. I'm also the Marketing and Community Engagement Associate for the Underground Railroad Education Center in Arbor Hill. And as it was stated tonight, no one is coming to save us. Our ancestors did not have a cell phone. They did not have a computer. They did not have anything but what was up here. So if you forgot what they had, come to the Underground Railroad and find out or get re-energized on what you're going to need to get through every day, every minute of every day of what we are experiencing right now. And to help again with resources, I don't know if you all knew this, but there's a dental hygiene program at Hudson Valley Community College. They have a dental hygiene clinic for you to get your dental on and get your teeth addressed. So That is something that is on their website. I have the information on my phone if you would like it. Ava, thank you. Meta, everybody else, thank you very much.
Where's she at? Parents of angel children will probably be next.
Eva. Thank you. We got some wonderful community partners that really came and showed out.
Miss Annette from Parents of Angel Children. Right here.
Miss Annette. Miss Annette, yes. Introduce yourself.
Good evening, everybody. This is my first time here. I'm grateful to be, but I do come visit this church frequently. I'm the founder of Parents of Angel Children. We're a nonprofit organization. Actually, the 24th, which is tomorrow, will be 1 year that we submitted our paperwork. Our organization provides support for parents who've lost their child under any circumstances. Each Saturday, we do a support group every Saturday morning, which usually runs 2 to 3 hours from 10 to 12, and it's via Zoom, so the parents can come from the comfort of their own home. Quarterly, we do an event within the community, normally on the South End, where we feed the community. I love to give. I just love giving love. That's what helps me heal after they killed my son. So that's what this program was birthed from. We do an adult literacy class every Tuesday and Thursday. Please pay attention to this, because we have this beautiful campus at 20 Warren Street that people are really not utilizing, but we were blessed with the classroom. So every Tuesday and Thursday we walk the streets by the City Mission, by the bus stop, by Gifford School, and we are becoming successful getting people off the bus stop, even if it's a couple of days, just a couple of hours. But we're helping people fill out their resumes, apply for jobs on Indeed. We got somebody in the rehab, we got somebody at a domestic violence. Whatever the needs for the people in the community are, we're there for them with that. Any parents who've lost a child annually, we go to a different part of this country. And this year, and it's always September, this year, I see Debbie in the room, I see Jackie in the room. Our organization is trying to make it that all expenses is paid for us mothers who've lost our children. And so this year we're going to be in the mountains in Sapphire, North Carolina. What else do we do? And I'll remember, I always tell people I'm here 24 hours. If you need me, I'll answer the phone at 2 in the morning, because I know what it is to be in a dark place. And our organization is just here to shine light into people's life. And thank y'all for letting me introduce. If you know of anybody affected, please make sure that Dwayne gives you information, a little flyer. Thank you so much, y'all.
Yeah, so like I said, it's the access and the knowledge. We also have CDRC in the building. You don't have to talk, but CDRC is an organization that supports those who are battling, have battled, or addiction. Drug addiction, alcohol addiction, any other addiction? All right, here, she gonna talk. This is my friend, Miss Debbie Ely. Woo!
My name is Debbie Ely. And as you know, drugs is rampant in our community, right? Drugs is real, right? The fentanyl is killing us. They even got the nerve to put the fentanyl in the marijuana now. Right? We have a death. This county alone has 72 deaths since January.
Wow.
Of people dying in fentanyl. So I am the board of directors and a proud member, because I'm a recovered addict for 30 years.
Woo!
Right? And that's how the mission started. We knew that after treatment, you had nowhere else to go. They want to put you in treatment, which works, by the way, right? But we also know that there's a gap in the services in our community. So Capital District Recovery Center is at 45 COVID. Everything is free. You do not need a Medicaid card.
right? We don't care whether you're on Social Security, right? And we know that young people use, but so do seniors, right? So you could be a senior or an adult. We don't have an age requirement. What we do is we do support services for people who's trying to stay clean from drugs. There's 4 things that we do. We do a trauma-informed workshop where we pay you to come sit in a group and do a focus group about what you think you need in our facility, in your community. Similar to what Miss Annette was talking about, my daughter was murdered. Our community is full of trauma, right? We got women and fathers and parents. We walking around here filled with trauma. How do we address that so we can be better human beings, better parents, and better community members, right? Amen. We also do a job. We already know that it's a 3-legged stool, which is Father Young from this area, right? Who developed that. We know without housing, you suffering. Yeah. We don't know without the social determinants of health, and all that means that you ain't got no food or no transportation, right? To get to where you need to, we support you in that endeavors. So if you know anybody who wants to seek recovery, right? Who's even on the fence, who's not even sure, right? CDRC, that 45 Colvin, all is welcome. Thanks.
Appreciate it. So anybody else who raised their hand? Yes? I can't see your face, so here you go. Introduce yourself, your organization.
Hi, my name is Ollie. I work for the Albany.
Let's keep it down, sorry, 1 second. Let's keep it down. I know y'all ain't age, y'all feel great like that. Let's follow through.
All right, I'll make it quick. I work for the Albany Public Library. I'm over at the Howell branch in the South End. We provide the community with access to resources. If, 9 times out of 10, if you're looking for something, we can find it for you. And yeah, we've been around for 100 years, and I hope we can make it to another 100 more. Thanks.
Thank you. Let's go on over here. This young man over here will you raise your hand? Oh, anybody else? I'm about to say. Oh, yes, here you go.
Hi everyone, my name is Chris Eaton. I am part of Avillage, but I'm also a birth doula. I want to let everybody know that BirthNet exists. We provide perinatal support, so from pregnancy through labor and postpartum. So if you are looking for support in getting services and navigating the services, please contact BirthNet. We are able to help out. And also, we do Black Breastfeeding Week in August. So if you know anybody who needs to be connected with resources, who's pregnant, reach out.
Something like that, or just birth and baby. We can help with that too. We can help with all the resources.
All right, y'all. I'm sorry.
Hello, everyone.
Well, we got to hear you.
I'm Nikki. I'm with the Capital Area Urban League. I am the program and events director. Some things, I think I turned it. I believe I turned the microphone off, but we have our annual conference coming up in August. Values, Voices, and Vigilance, to continue to work in partnership with the village, amplifying our voices, with the imperatives, developing our programs that we feel that are necessary for our community, whether it's for our youth, our seniors, and all that's in between, and connecting us to resources. We build coalition and partnerships. So some of our things we do is our Clean Energy Workforce Development Program. We got a solar technician course completed, and we are doing our intro to electrical trade course right now, with hopefully a second cohort coming up. Essential work skills training for those who are new or re-entering the workforce, and also again connecting to resources and partnership. So if you're interested in hearing,
there's people over here that really want to hear, so they're asking me to ask y'all, please show some respect, because there's been people over here where I'm sitting at that want to hear her. And they can't hear because there's people over here that's spoken, and there's people over there that's spoken. So like you said in the beginning, let's show some respect. Let's recognize the people that's spoken, because they're sharing information. It may not be important to you, but it may be important to someone else in the room.
Thank you, Glenn. I appreciate you. So again, in August 28th, doing a save the date soon for our Values Voice Vigilance Conference. And from that conference over the past few years have come our clean energy workforce development, our work with Reimagine Albany, we've assisted working with the Atlas Cultural Black Arts Center, and we want to continue to build. So please come and see us in August and contribute, and let's develop these programs for whatever aspect, health, education, and you can jump in. So thank you. Thank you.
Right. And don't forget the most important resource, which is the source. Do y'all know what that is? God. And we are in the house of God. And if you need anything, Bishop McKinley will be here to help connect you. Okay? So always remember and understand that part. Anybody else have any input?
It's okay. I just wanted to quickly add to what the wonderful Nikki was saying. We're actually partnered on the Urban League's Clean Tech training. So all of that information is also on this beautiful pamphlet that I emphasized earlier. So go ahead, feel free to take one. I just want to let that be known as well.
All right, so in conclusion for this week, this month, please stay tuned. Our new newsletter, we had a little delay, you know, you guys know my accident and my team. Give it up for the Avillage team in the innovation blocks. They held it down, you know, regardless of what. So just stay tuned because you know, well, whenever it really gets nice outside, there's about to be a lot of opportunities, events, right? We have the South End Night Market. That is going to kick off on June 13th. We give free produce. We have organizations, some that are here that will have tables so you can get access. We have free food as always, and activities for the families and different kind of things. Also, we're partnering with Movies Under the Stars, right? And so that night, it's going to be a movie. So please come out, spread the word, tell a friend and tell a friend. If it rains, by any happy chance, we're going to be resuming the following Friday. But the movie Under the Stars is going to be another day. But we're going to make it work, all right? Now let's pray that all the rain is coming down now. They need to calm down. Raining on my parade, right? Just stay tuned, stay connected. You know, if you're interested in volunteering with Avillage as a community advocate or community leader, to help support the innovation blocks, share information, talk to your neighbors, and make sure, like, hey, Eva, I just want to make sure I get all the information so that I can share it. You know, contact me, contact Nita, so we can help you do that, right? And if and when there's another spot available for a block ambassador, you know, possibly that would be an option for you as well. But ask Miss Clara. Miss Clara, this was 100% a volunteer organization when we started, right? 100%, right? So understand that we need to understand that part. Everything ain't about getting a paycheck or what you're going to do for me. Sometimes it's what we're going to do for us and each other and how we're going to support. So, you know, so every little bit helps, right? Every little bit helps. If you got an hour a month, if you got 15 minutes to sit there and sit on the stoop with somebody to encourage them and connect them to a resource, I feel like you did your part. You know, we can only do so much. Yes, ma'am, here you go. God is our helper. God is our helper. Say it one more time. Say it like God is our helper. Yes, He is. He is our reason and He's going to support us. But the Bible also says faith without works is dead. So remember that part. He's only going to help us as much as we help ourselves. All right? And so, with that being said, we frying up just the last little bit of fish. It's not much, but those who said they need some plates for other people, let us know, and we'll try our best to accommodate. If you would like to stay and help us wrap up and clean up, but before you leave, just don't run out the door. Talk to your neighbor, somebody that you don't know. Talk to these organizations and these leaders and get some information and build
here.